This is SportsCenter with Elle Duncan and Kevin Nagandi.
Welcome into SportsCenter. How the Packers can get back on track on Monday night, and what's next for a Cowboys team that has lost now 4 starters in the last week.
It has been the worst 5 days for Cowboys fans. Also, a double dose of us, by the way, here. 2 hours getting you ready for Thursday night football, including a live check-in from D.C. on Saquon Barkley's status. Kimberly A. Martin standing by. Give us 1 second there. We're checking in now with our NFL reporter, Kimberly A. Martin, who's joining us now live from FedEx Field with more. I see you're back out on the field. That's always a good sign. I know they moved you inside for a little bit because of weather. But, Kmart, we touched on Saquon. What can you tell us about his availability tonight?
Well, Elle, the Curls, they're doubtful for kickoff.
Our Giants reporter, Jordan Renan, is reporting that Billy Price is now going to start at center. Nick Gates, the previous center, is going to slide over to left guard. That's according to multiple sources. Over on the other side, Taylor Heineke, I mentioned him. He's going to start for the first time since that Bucs loss that I mentioned in the playoffs, where a lot of people grew to love him a little bit last year. But how much confidence does he have in securing a win for his team tonight?
Oh, man. Elle, listen.
Spent time in the XFL as early as just last year. Of course, didn't even play there. And now he is going to be starting on Thursday Night Football. Oh, sports. I love it here. We're going to check back in with Kmart in a little bit. She'll be back out to FedEx Field and give us a report on quarterback Daniel Jones. Thank you. Yeah, that's right, Kevin. We've got our Dan Orlovsky joining us now. We see how they feel about him. The Giants are all in. Are you a believer without a trace of doubt in your mind?
No.
Not in love.
I will start by saying this. The Giants have the worst and most archaic and antiquated offensive scheme in the NFL right now.
Okay, shout out for the alliteration.
Absolutely.
Right.
3 reasons. It was the flaw of his coming out of Duke. It has shown to be the case in his NFL career. I'm as big as anybody to say his offensive line isn't good enough. Football.
Yeah, by the way, because this is going to be said a lot over the course of the next couple of hours until kick, we know how bad the Giants are in Thursday Night Football. They've lost 5 straight Thursday night games. But I found a reason that they're going to win. You ready?
You're wearing Giants blue?
No. The last time they won on Thursday Night Football was September 24th, 2015. Do you know what the #1 song in the country was then? It was close. It was Justin Bieber. Oh. Yes. Do you know what the #1 song in the country is today? Justin Bieber song. This one's called Stay, which a lot of people were questioning if Aaron Rodgers should have done that after we saw that performance on week 1. Segue. Today we basically heard him say relax yet again, right? And that despite the fact that they lost by 35 points this season, that everything's fine and they don't really need to make any sweeping changes. Do you agree?
I agree with him. That being said,
is this your king? I always reference things that you don't understand, so I use Justin Bieber for you so that you would have something that you understand. So there he is. Look at him giving you looks, too. What's up, Dan? You could never be Bieb. Thank you for that. We'll be back with Dan a little bit later. He's going to talk some big AFC matchups in week 2. You nailed it with Bieber. Of course you knew. Kevin, on this very show last week, we highlighted Maya Shaka, the first black female official in the NFL who made her debut last weekend. Last night, we brought you the news of another barrier-breaking move, this time in the NBA, as Lisa Byington made history when the Bucks made her the first woman to handle full-time TV play-by-play duties for a major men's professional sports team. Myron Medcalf talked with Lisa.
The books, 1 more hour in front of us. Welcome into SportsCenter. She's Elle. I'm Kevin. How the Packers can get back on track on Monday night. And what's next for a Cowboys team that has now lost 4 starters in a week?
Oh, man. Boy, are things trending down for Cowboys fans. I do have to say, really excited about our Thursday Night Football game today. I mentioned her, and here she is, NFL reporter Kimberly A. Martin, still able to keep that glow and composure despite the fact that there's a downpour behind her. She is joining us now live from FedEx. Give us the latest on Saquon Barkley. We know that he's active tonight, but what are expectations for him?
Yeah, Elle, first
2
off,
days removed from the wildest Monday Night Football game. We've got our Monday Night Football analyst, Louis Riddick, joining us now. We're going to talk about not Monday night's game, but tonight's game between the Giants and Washington. Who wins, Louis? Daniel Jones is perfect against the Washington football team, but he's made his fair share of mistakes. He has 3 interceptions and 3 fumbles against him. It's just that the Washington football team's never gotten any of those fumbles, so he will give them opportunities tonight. Of course, Taylor Heineke and Washington lost to 44-year-old Tom Brady and the Bucs in the wild card game last year. Today on Buccaneers.com, Brady and Gronk talked about Tom playing until he is 50. Just here you There it is, Louis, your reaction to Tommy playing another 6 years till he's 50. They are.
And that would be unique.
Yeah.
I think he can do it, though.
Yeah, no, it's funny because I think that most people would say that nobody wanted Patriots Tom Brady to keep having a stranglehold on the league, but Tampa Bay Tom Brady's kind of fun. He can stay a while, you know? Brady and the Bucs hosting the Falcons on Sunday, right? Like, how much personality does he have now? Also on Sunday, Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. They host the Titans. Here's Wilson talking about the challenge that Tennessee presents. Okay, Russ, a playoff game week 2. But look, Kyler Murray lit that Titans defense up. How do you see Russell's turn going? The Titans, this isn't just about last week. They've allowed 35 or more points in their last 3 regular season games, the second longest active streak in the NFL. We'll see what happens tonight. Louis Riddick joining us here to break it all down.
Through 12 seasons in the NHL, 30-year-old Evander Kane has been a solid player for 3 franchises, scoring 20 goals in 6 straight seasons. Along the way, Kane's made headlines for his off-ice decisions, including being sued by a casino for unpaid debts and declaring he's nearly $27 million in debt.
Yeah, and now an allegation from Kane's estranged wife that he was throwing games and wagering on hockey, including his own games, offenses that would see Kane banned from the sport if proven true. Linda Cohen sat down with the embattled Kane. Kane told ESPN that he expects the NHL to wrap up its investigation, which he says will vindicate him possibly as soon as the next few days.
Front Office Sports reported last week that Anna Kane had so far declined to take part in the investigation.
2-0 right now. You know, that game on ESPN2 right now.
She's set to retire soon, too.
I know.
So keep that in mind. She's a legendary ball player.
There's so many of the legends that you're watching. They're getting more seasoned, and you're like, I want you to go do things besides represent your team.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, we need you. Never retire.
You going Washington?
God, a tie.
In the NFC East, we'll take a tie. That's fine.
Isn't that very NFC East like, a tie?
No doubt about college football fans.